Alright, collectors, here we are again. We're on video number 55, right, Ob?
Yeah.
Okay, and today is November the 28th, 2022. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. We did here. It's good to get that out of the way. Now we got to worry about Christmas coming up, right, guys? Got to get that shopping done and all that kind of stuff. A lot of pressure, but we somehow we get through it. Get through it every year, and I know it every time it comes up. It seems like we just did this last month, but that's the way these holidays are. It just flies, especially when you get my age. So here's to you. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Alrighty. I'm going to start out, this time we have a couple of people that wanted me to give them a shout out. Seems like we get this almost every opening, but that's okay. These guys, they're from Australia, and they're having a hard time with the rate of exchange of the Australian dollar against the US dollar, just like all the foreign countries, but they stay interested, and these are three guys that are all friends, and they must get together and talk about what they bought. So I'm going to say here, the three Australians, Brett, Dean, and Gary. Good luck to you, and thanks a lot for watching our videos too. I really appreciate it. I guess you guys are going into summertime down in Australia now. We're just going into winter, so that's the way it is. And then in my last video, I guess I made the mistake of saying that I had a 61 Corvette. And I got quite a few emails, people asking about the Corvette and would I show pictures of it. So I'll be glad to do that. I'm very proud of the car. I bought this car in 1986. From a man, some of you may remember, a man named Andy Mraz. He was a fellow collector, and he specialized in miniatures. And between Andy Mraz and I think Skipper Greenwade too, they got that marketplace rolling with the miniatures. Skipper went on to do a book on them. But I bought the car from Andy down in Virginia, and I drove it up here to New Jersey, and I did a lot of work on it. It needed a lot of things, but the price was right, and I'll show you what it looks like. That's my 61 Corvette there, and that's me driving it up the driveway into the house. And you can see it. What I did when I bought the car, I had a new convertible top put on it, and I had the car painted with black lacquer, and I thought a red scoop on the side would really look nice, so I had that put in. And then I also put Krager mag wheels on the car. Krager wheels have been around a long time, but I still think they're very, very good looking, and they do complement the car a lot. This car, it has a, for you guys that know anything about these things, for the other guys, I'm sorry if I bore you, but the car has a 283 V8 engine in it. And 1961 was the last year that they made the 283. After that, the 62 Corvettes came out with a 350 motor, which was a little bigger. But the 283, it started out actually in in 1955 as a 265 V8. That was the first V8 for Chevrolets, which seems kind of crazy because Ford had V8s back in 1932. But at any rate, that 265 was a good running motor, and then in 1957 they punched the cylinders out a little bit to give it a little more horsepower, and that became the 283. And my car, it has what's called a 3/4 race cam and solid lifters. And it also has two huge 4-barrel carburetors on it. And the carburetors, because of the amount of gas that gets forced into the motor, that's the reason for the full rate for the 3/4 race cam. The cam shift lifts the valves up higher, so you can get rid of the expelling of the spent gas and gives it more horsepower. It also has what they call headers, and on a regular V8 manifold on both sides of the motor, or V8 engine, there's a manifold, which is a long cast iron hunk of pipe that connects all of the exhaust from the motor. But what headers are individual pipes into each of the 4 cylinders on each side, so that the exhaust can expel quicker, and that gives the car more horsepower too. It also has a positraction rear end, and that's where both wheels turn in the back. And if you guys that saw the Cousin Vinny movie, you'll remember how important positraction rear was in the trial at the end of the movie. But anyhow, that's my Corvette. It really runs good. I enjoy it very much, but the only problem is I only get to use it once or twice a year, because I'm always so damn busy with you guys and this hobby. I'll say though that if I weren't in daggers and swords, I think I would be into old cars. And as long as I'm at it, I'll show you too. I have another car. This is a 1963 Cadillac convertible, and I bought this car in 1967, and I actually did buy it from a real honest-to-goodness school teacher. And she hated smoking, and she took all 4 ashtrays out of it. In these old cars, they have an ashtray in each of the back seats and 2 in the front. And I thought, well, where the heck am I going to get ashtrays for this Cadillac? And there was a car wash near me that I knew the guy real well, and he said, oh, don't worry, I'll get you a new ashtray every month. So that's what happened. And I guess somebody driving out of the car wash was missing an ashtray out of their Cadillac. But I've had the car for many years, and it sat for 35 years where I didn't even start it. And about 3 years ago, I took it in to get the motor worked on, to start the car and get it running again, and so it's running pretty good. But now I have to get a new paint job on it, which I'm going to paint it the same color blue. But the problem with these paint jobs today, it's a big time $20,000 cost, so I'm not ready to bite that bullet yet, but I'll get to it one of these days. But I love this car, and boy do I have a lot of old memories of in the 60s in that back seat, if you know what I mean. So, okay guys, so much for that stuff, and sorry for you guys that aren't interested in cars, but for those that are, I thought you would like to see those vehicles. So next we're going to get to the unboxing. I think we got about 5 or 6 or 7 boxes this time. Again, I don't know what's in them. I don't know whether it's all junk or half real, half fake. Who knows? We'll see. But we'll get started here. Okay, we'll get going on this first package. Just a small envelope, and let's see what's here. Oh, that's just padding, I guess. Oh, here we go. All right, well, this is always good. We start out with a political armband here that looks pretty nice. It's open in the back, and oh, it's got a paper issue tag on it too, and it looks like it's in beautiful condition. So that's a good thing. And then along with it comes a series of pennants. These pennants are all connected together. I've seen them before. You guys have too. But they're pretty cool. So that's good. That's all stuff we can use. Thank you, sir. Check's in the mail. That's a good start there. Can never have too many pennants and armbands. They always sell very well because people like to add it as a little highlight onto their collection or whatever. Let's see what we got next here. It's a pretty big box, but not much weight to it, but we'll see. Yeah, the old Bob Burns cutter's working good. Thank you, Bob. Pretty soon you'll have to send me another box of these, Bob. I'm running out. He's going to say, what? How could that be? Let's see what we got here. Well, it's an awful big box for... Well, there's an Adler magazine for you guys that are familiar with the period magazines. These Adlers are very good. They were published during the war by the Luftwaffe, and they have lots of wartime photos in them and articles and so forth. And this one's in very, very good shape. So that's good. And let's see what this is here. It looks like a dagger. Wow. This is a nice dagger. It's a Luftwaffe dagger, second model Luftwaffe, with like an egg yolk color grip. Kind of nice. Nice. It looks like an Alcozo type scabbard and nice blade. Yeah, nothing wrong with that piece. Oh, it is an Alcozo. And also there's a name on the back of it here too. So that's something interesting that probably could be researched. See if I can make out what that is. Looks like the guy's name is Schreiber. That's a fairly common name. It could be difficult, but there you go. So that's a couple of nice items. Get us started here. I'll enjoy looking through this copy of the Adler. I don't think I've seen this one. Maybe there's some shots of people wearing daggers or something in it. We'll see. So that's a couple down here. Let's see what else we got here. Shouldn't be too hard to open. Hope not anyhow. There we go. Hit the jackpot on that one. Looks like a couple things in here. Yeah. Let's see what we got here, guys. Nicely packaged and easy to open. So far, anyhow. Wow. There we go. I know, you're saying, oh, geez, it's all chain's broken and the leather's horrible. And
I don't think the chain's broke. I think the hook just came off.
Yeah, the hook came off. You're right, Ob. Yeah. But that's certainly a good part. And you can never have too many things like this, so I like that.
Well, the other half's probably in the bag there. It's not a part.
No, I don't think. Well, unless it's here.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob's right again. Yeah, here we go. Here's the dagger. Yeah, the dagger looks all right. In fact, it looks pretty darn nice. Wow, it's a tiger too.
You don't see those too often.
Yeah, real mint blade. And the grip, the sun wheels are really good. You know, the brass there, and they still have the silvering between the legs, which is a sign of little wear. But when you look at the scabbard, this baby's been worn. But yeah, that's not too bad at all. We'll do something with that. Yes, sir. Thank you. That's a good thing. I know it's not mint, guys, but it's still, there's plenty of collectors that would like to have that dagger. We'll get it fixed up a little bit, and it'll be fine when it's all ready to roll. See, you never know what you're going to get. Let's see what this is. Opening it as easy as possible here. Yeah. There we go. Well, it wasn't that easy. A little harder here. Padding. Yeah, some more free bubble wrap. Let's see what this is. Yeah. It's well padded here inside of the bubble wrap too. Oh, another customer. Let's see. Yeah, that guy did a good job packaging that. I like that. Kept everything nice and safe and secure. Let's see what we got in here. Oh my, today's Luftwaffe day, it looks like, Bob.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a nice one though. Yeah, this is kind of a rare one here. See if we can get this off of the chain. It's good to wrap these chains up like this because then they don't do any damage to the leather on the scabbard, but sometimes they're really hard to get off though, as is the case here. Well, let's see, we're almost there. And there we go. No, here we don't go. Down here a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see here, guys. This is a very early first model Luftwaffe, and we know that because when you look on the back, I saw when they took it out of the bubble wrap, it's got staples in there. So this scabbard is going to be a scabbard with no metal inside. It's just a compound material, and these are the pieces that they made initially. And sometimes they'll have Waffen amps on them. I don't think this one does. Let's see. Oh, nice blade though. Very, very nice blade. It's an SMF piece, and the chain needs a spring in the clip, but we can we can take care of that. But the leather's in nice condition, and you know what you'll see on these kind of daggers, you look and say, well, why is the scabbard bulbous there? See how it's pushed out a little bit? And that's because there's a runner inside, 2 runners inside, and when the blade goes in, it presses the runner up against the composition material. Since it's not metal, it gives. So you'll see that on these kind of daggers, and it's nothing to worry about. That's very normal. So that's not a bad piece at all. In fact, I like it. It's got a little hit up here on the pommel, but I mean, figuring a dagger like this could have been worn for probably almost 10 years, possibly, but it's not bad overall. So that's a pretty good thing. So I like that. Very good here. Get some of this junk out of the way and proceed on to the next piece. So it looks like we're getting Luftwaffes and just one dagger in each box. But that's okay, they add up. Time for a cigar and a sip. Yep, that's good. That'll get me going here. All right, let's see what we got next, guys. Oh, that's a fairly big box here. Not too heavy either, but we shall see here. See what we got. Not as easy as I thought here. There we go. It says Tom's Gift. I wonder if there's anything in there.
You already cut it, so.
Yeah, I hope I didn't cut
It was not a
there.
document or something.
Oh, well, you gotta be careful when you put that stuff right near where the lid is. It is subject to getting cut with. But we don't have any problem here. Ah. The Wizard of Oz. There you go, guys. Well, I don't know about that, but that's pretty cool. The Wizard.
I can't say it.
You see?
Okay.
That's pretty neat. I've never seen that print before. It's cool. Thank goodness I didn't cut it.
Yeah, you almost had 2 pieces of it.
Yeah. Let's see what else is in here. Looks like wow, look at this side. Wow. Boy, that's something, man. Look at that.
Some sheet there.
Yeah, that's a big sheet, too. Isn't that bigger than most of them?
It seems like it is, yeah, but I don't know.
That's
Very odd.
pretty nice. I've never seen one that big. I think somebody will like that. I think that's pretty neat. I guess you guys can imagine at the end of the war with the army roaming all over the towns and cities in Germany, they hit the post office, and I guess you just had to grab a few stamps. Why not? Wow, this is a nice picture. Wow. Look at that. That's a Panzer guy in his black wraparound with his black overseas cap, and he's got a tank badge there and an Iron Cross and his Iron Cross ribbon, and he's what, a Scharführer or something like that, Ob?
Man, he's got a campaign shield above it. I can't make it out.
Oh, it's yeah, you're right. It's a Krim shield. So that makes sense. There were a lot of tank battles in Crimea, so he was involved with that, and I guess he was so proud of, or his family was proud of him, that they had this photograph taken and colorized. I think that's a wonderful. Imagine that in a nice frame and all. How nice that would look, Ob.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Young, handsome guy. I hope he made it through. That looks. That's what's it for this box. But some pretty cool stuff. And my wizard. You like that picture, Rob? Yeah, I think that's all that's in there. That's okay. Yeah, here we go, guys. Let's see what we got here. Well, so far we haven't seen anything that's breaking the bank, but they're interesting items nonetheless. A little bit varied, some Luftwaffe things, and let's see what's here. Another big box with not much in it, it looks like. Oh, here's a little letter. So far, a lot of paper. Ah, here we go. Now we're getting to the good part here. Like a couple of edge weapons. Let's see what these look like. Get a little sustenance here to get up the courage to open those bags. Yeah. Oh, I told you we're getting Luftwaffe to death. Let's see what this is. This looks like an aluminum example here. Oh yeah, yeah. This is a nice. This is a nice dagger. Look at the gild on the sun wheels and the leather. You see these scuffs on the leather? That's nothing. The little meltonium shoe cream, and you'll never even know they were there because they're not through the leather. It's just the surface, so they'll be okay. And let's see what kind of blade we got here. Oh, looks like it needs to be wiped off. It's got old grease on it, but it's a nice WKC blade. And nothing wrong with that at all. So no, I'm pretty happy with that dagger. You like that piece, Rob?
Yeah, I think that better is the only thing we got.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing rare here, it looks like. There we go, a good Red Cross ewer. It's seen some time and wear here, but it's not too bad. Got some marks on the back of the frog. I don't know what they really are, just 2 numbers it looks like stamped on there. Let's see what the rest of the piece looks like. Yeah, the blade looks good on it. It needs to be wiped off too, just like the Luftwaffe dagger. Oh! Here we go. Here's something you don't see. Weimar 31. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't that 31 stamped on the back of there, Rob? Looks like it to me.
Yep. No, it looks like 51. Let me see.
No, I think that's 31.
Yeah, that's 31.
So that's kind of neat to see the whole thing matched together. And Weimar, I guess, was the city where this Red Cross worker hung out. So that's kind of cool. Something you don't see. So I like that stuff. Yeah, not too bad. And let's see, we got another one here. This one's pretty heavy. See what this one's all about. Got a little letter with it, which I didn't cut. Thank goodness. Oh yeah, it looks like some daggers here with something on the top. Let's see what the top thing is first. Oh, it's a sausage horn that's seen better days, and it looks like it's missing the mouthpiece, but it has the national hunting insignia on it, and some nice oak leaves that run all around the bell. So I guess there are people that can fix those, but that's going to be a tough job. And it is what it is, and it's a period piece too, so I kind of like that, despite the dents. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. Got some good bags. I like the bags. Wow. They look like all company bags, Ob.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Yeah, I kind of like that sausage horn. This is kind of interesting. You don't see those little ones like that. They're usually a little bigger.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here in these Whitman bags. Wow. Just have to bear with me a second. I know the suspense is killing you. Probably a Whitman with those damn cigars. And drinking. Let's see what's in the bag. I can hear you all, I know. Oh, here we go. An early essay in the scabbard backwards. But it looks like a pretty nice piece. It's got a B for Berlin. Oh, there's a little critter running around there. B for Berlin stamped there, and a pretty good anodized scabbard. And let's see how this. Oh yeah, nice blade. nice motto, and it's got the grain and all, and wow. Yeah, this is Young. They're ones that use the spectacles as a logo, and a really nice blade, nice hilt too. The grip is good and scabbard is good. No dings in it. Nice, still got the heavy weight in it and all. You can feel it. Yes, sir. Nothing wrong with that piece. I like that. Let's see what's next here. Glad to get an essay, you know. It's hard to get them anymore, so I'm glad to get one. Well, it's not hard to get one of these, but here we have a short bayonet. Looks in pretty good condition. It's still got the felt in the rifle slot. Oh, okay, it's better than I thought. Look at there, guys. There's that wide winged eagle that collectors really like. That's a really nice etched bayonet, and it's also nice. It's made by Carl Julius Krebs, so that's a neat maker. And you notice instead of the stepped end, it has a regular blade with a wide fuller. So that's kind of interesting too. But that eagle is, that's just great. So, wow, that's a goodie. You like that one, Ob?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got here? Ooh. Wow. Well, let's see. I don't know about this one. Let's see. There's no maker on it. Nice blade though, and I believe it's got an ivory grip on it too. Boy, that pommel is really a strange one. Look at that pommel, Ob. You never saw one like that. See how big the swaz is? And and normally eyelets like this you don't see much either.
Yeah, I keep my eye on that one.
Yeah, it's the pommel is a very odd looking. I don't think it's ivory. It's a solid celluloid, which you don't really want to see. You want to see wood in there. So I don't think I like this dagger. Well, we'll look at it further, but just the eyelets and and that pommel, boy, that is the weirdest pommel I've ever seen in my life. Look how big that wreath is. You know, coupled with these eyelets.
And you never see like the swaz that defined. It's kind of like a circle. Which you
yeah,
don't see,
yeah, it's just that just is really really strange. Yeah, I don't know about that piece. We'll look at it further though, but just at first.
I'm sure it was very popular in the 60s.
Let's see what else we got here. Ah, good, another essay. Somebody painted the scabbard on this one, but it still has a nice hilt and nice fittings with WM Grupa. See what the blade looks like. Yeah, the blade's good on it. Pretty good. Oh, it's a cylinder. You don't see that one too much. So that's not too bad of a piece. least it's real. Yeah. And we got one more here. Another Luftwaffe ob. Wow, this one's really nice though. Oh yeah, that's a real beauty with the gilded swazes, and the leather is really nice on it. It's got a good blade. That's a FW Hauler. Yeah, that's a pretty nice piece. That's unusual.
Oof, looks like a fish.
Yeah. The blade etch is unusual too. I don't like that etch. See how it's
oh yeah.
It's not an etch, it's cut in there, and that's not what they did. It's engraved in there. And just looking at the leather too, see that seam?
Mm-hmm.
So the leather was redone. So no, I don't like this piece. Well, that's the way it is, collectors.
You're 2 for 5. Or 3 for 5.
3 for 5, yeah. Well, what are you going to do? You know, at first glance, that would fool just about anybody, but yeah, look here too, how this is all roughly done around there, and yeah, I don't really have any confidence in that, in this piece. Yeah. Well, I'll take it apart, and that'll tell the story for sure, I guess. But well, we got some good and some not so good. But that's the way it is in this business. As long as you can tell the difference, you're going to be okay. But you gotta use caution. You know, unless you're buying it right from a veteran or something, it's always best to, if you don't know, ask somebody or whatever. Like this etch bayonet though, that's a real killer. Okay, there we go with that. And that's all the boxes that came in this time. But Rob and I, we hit a little show down near Tom's River one Sunday morning, and did manage to pick up a couple pieces, which I'll show you there. No great shakes, but I'll show you what we got. Got a couple of nice navies, and this one is a very nice piece with a hammered scabbard. It does have a plain blade though, but the blade is stone mint. It's unmarked, but stone mint and real, and the hilt is really beautiful grip and beautiful fittings, and very fine hammered scabbard. So that's a nice piece. And then from the same man we bought this naval dagger. This is also in nice condition, nice grip, and lightning bolt scabbard, and look how big the bands are on that. That's some generic maker or something, but boy, they're really big bands. See how big they are, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one has a plain blade too, with no maker, exactly the same, but stone mint. So they're nice. You know, if you're going to collect navels, you need one without an etch blade too.
Yeah, you see in the pommels, there's no circle around the swastika.
Oh no,
Ever.
no! That pommel is wrong. I mean, it looks neat, but it's not. It's not right. And then this bayonet is interesting. It's a stag grip piece, but it's got a police insignia in it, which is absolutely original to the piece. You can see it's always been there. And it has a nice stepped end short blade. No maker on this piece either. With a good frog. And then the last piece that we found at that little show, it was this is a police bayonet, but it's a short version and it's aluminum, so it's very lightweight. This was probably an officer's piece. And it's got a terrific blade on it. The blade's only about 10 inches long, and it's made by Clement and Young. You can always tell Clement and Young, they used a Z inside of a shield with a crown over top of it. And then if you don't recognize that, on this example, they do have their name also on the ricasso. And the scabbard is brown leather, and the frog is nice brown leather too. The bottom fitting shows a little age, but that's the way you see them sometime. But that's kind of a good thing. So that's all we got for you this week. Nothing you could retire on here, but some good stuff and some maybe not so good. But you know, you guys, if you're going to be in this business, you know it's not always Hollywood. That's why you have to know a little bit about what you're doing, because you don't want to get hurt on a bad piece, and hopefully when those kind of things come in here, you guys look at them and maybe you can learn a little bit. Something, you know, I hope so anyhow. I don't want to see anybody get hurt on these things, because it's such a fun hobby, and it really spoils it if you lose your money on a bad piece. But anyhow, so that's the end of our unboxing for this week, and we'll see you next week. And don't forget, get started on that Christmas shopping. It's coming up before you know it. And like I always say, if I can help you with anything, send me an email or whatever, and good luck to you all.